Hello, everyone. Welcome to another banter session with me. So I did some of these like 2 weeks ago, and I'm happy to do it again. So let's just get right into it. Just gonna find your questions and read the comments. So you guys, you can just challenge me 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I will accept both. So far I can't see any challenges. You can't challenge me? That's a pity. So is it the same problem as last time? That's strange. So apparently it's not possible to challenge me. Okay, thank you. Hey, Phobe in the chat, if that's how you pronounce it. Hey, Sudeep. I'm seeing the chat in on YouTube. So just waiting for the challenges to work. Please tell us about your game with Bidit. That was a pretty interesting game. It was the first game of the Meltwater, a new in chess tournament. I faced him. I was like completely winning. I should have won that game, but I messed up in the end, and it ended up with a draw. It's pretty funny comment by this guy Rahul. I mean, in my last tournament, I won 5 games, but he likes to look at my look at the games I lost only. That's fine. Thank you, Fo. So still the challenges are not working. I guess they are fixing it. Who do I think will win today? I think Magnus is a slight favorite against Hikaru. I mean, in general, you can't really bet against Magnus. He's always the favorite, in my opinion. But Hikaru definitely has a chance. I would probably say like 60-40. Okay, thank you. It's fine. Do I know about Samay Reina from India? Yeah, I've heard about him. He's a comedian, I think. Also doing a lot of chess streams. Funny guy. Uh, what do I do apart from chess? Other hobbies? I watch a lot of TV series. I go for walks. I sometimes go to the gym, but nowadays it's pretty limited of stuff you can do. So basically, most of the time, just stuck at home. My goals in chess is to just improve step by step, basically, like improve my rating. I would say 2700 is definitely a long-term goal, which would be nice to achieve. Yeah, we're waiting, guys. Yeah, sorry, guys. I hope you can be patient. They're gonna fix it. Are you pursuing education after becoming GM or while becoming for a GM? I became a GM like 5 years ago, so I'm not sure what you're referring to, Sheetal. But regarding education, for now, I'm just a professional chess player. Favorite openings for white? I usually just play mostly e4. I like the Grand Prix attack with white, especially in Blitz. I think it's a very fun opening. That's when you go knight c3 and f4. I've been streaming a bit on my own channel on Twitch. 800 sausages is on the name Aryan Tari, but not that often. I was doing it a bit the last summer, but you can probably see me streaming there like once in a while. Which is your favorite TV series? That's a difficult one. I definitely enjoyed Black Mirror on Netflix. It's difficult to pick like one favorite. At the moment, I was watching Ozark, which was pretty good. Definitely enjoyed that. Okay, sure. Still nothing, it seems. What was your experience playing with Magnus in New in Chess Classic? It's always very fun to play Magnus. Of course, it's the best opponent you can play, and for a player at my level, it's like really a great experience. So in our game, I had a very good position after the opening. I think I had a much better position, like a good advantage, but then I slightly started to misplay it in the middle game. And right at the end, it was actually an equal position, but I somehow I thought I was in trouble, and I underestimated my position and blundered. We were both in time trouble, but I could definitely have saved it. It's very typical when you play against the world champion. You tend to underestimate your position because you have a lot of respect for him. So probably if I would play a normal opponent at my level, I would think that I had a better position than what I thought against Magnus. That being said, I also played him in my last classical tournament in Holland in Zee, and there I played a very good game and managed to draw him with black. So that was an achievement. It seems like the challenges are still not possible. I guess you guys, you can still challenge me. Yeah, especially he's very tricky at the end because of the time. It's easy to get tricked. Hey, J Show Chess. Sorry, guys. It still seems that the site is not working. They are trying to fix it. I hope you will be able to challenge me soon. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay, then we will just wait. Sure. Guys, I will be back very soon. Like in some minutes. They're trying to look into the problem. So just stay tuned. we are live again, guys. Thank you for the patience. So we're playing this opponent, Dangerous Ride from France. I'm pretty sure I've been playing him before in this Banter Blitz sessions. So Bishop E6. I've been playing this line with black as well. It's pretty tricky. Let's take and go E4 maybe. Let's try to punish him immediately. I'm trying to get some bishop B5 check, opening up the position. Let's see how he will react. I think usually black should take and go queen f4 in this position. If I remember it correctly, that's the best square. Queen d8. I don't think that's correct because now he's not threatening the knight. So how should I punish it? Probably d takes c5 is precise. It's not so easy for him to regain the pawn back. When a5 check, I go queen d2. Takes, I take with the f knight, of course, and then the c5 pawn is protected. It probably has some compensation, like knight c6 and castle long. But I still like white. Let's go bishop c4. If he takes, I should be happy because then I get my knight to d6. And if it castles long, then I will take on e6 and ruin his structure. Knight d4 he goes. Let's castle long. Still, if it takes on c4, I should be happy. Let's go b4, overprotected pawn on c5. It should be a healthy pawn up now, so pretty good position. Let's just take probably knight c4 next. Knight gets to d6. Yeah, now it's just a winning position for white probably. King knight e2, but that's just a check. King c2, and he didn't really gain much by giving that check. Let's take on f6. Go rook e1 has to go knight f4, and then I will go g3. Knight d5, just king b3. Knight c7 is only move to keep the pawn. But my knight on d6 is really, really powerful. Takes on d6, but that doesn't really help, and that blunders another piece. Okay, let's go on with another challenge. So as I said, guys, you can challenge me 3 minutes and 5 minutes. Preferably 3 minutes is what I would like. Let's take this guy, Sami Sella from Russia. So we have exchanged Roy Lopez. Let's take with a D pawn, D3. I think black has many moves here. Like bishop D6 is a move, bishop G4 is a move, probably queen F6 is a move. Let's just play the simplest. Bishop D6 goes bishop G5. Could just play F6. 97. I'm not sure I like his approach of putting the bishop on H4 because it can easily get out of the game. Like let's say if it lands on G3, that's not an ideal square. Bishop E6. Probably C5 next makes some sense. Depends where he goes with the king. C5 just take some space. D4 is probably a good move. Maybe I should have started with C5 to stop D4. Let's take. Takes with a knight, probably takes with the queen actually. Okay, let's play C5, get a tempo on the queen. Queen D3, knight G6. Let's go knight G6. It's going to go bishop G3. Queen E7. Let's go rook D8. I don't really like the way I play this, but it should be fine. Rook D1, Queen C6. Not ideal, but black is probably very solid here. I can also go B5, B4. It's not so easy for him to do anything. Let's just take here. B5. Probably rook D1 makes sense. Put the rook on the diagonal, goes rook E1. Let's go rook E8. B3, bishop F7 maybe. Okay, let's go knight E7. Knight C8. Trying to get the knight to D6 to put some pressure on the white pawns. Let's take. Should speed up. So if he takes on C7 with the queen, I have bishop takes D5, winning a piece. And if he takes with the knight, I have knight takes C4. So, okay, probably just a blunder by him. Yeah, the pawn on C7 was untouchable. He should probably have gone back. Now it's just a winning position. Yeah, and yeah, this should be it. Okay, let's take this Norwegian guy. He has the picture. The picture he has is the picture of my chess club in Norway, in Oslo, Offerspill. So he knew really what to do to tempt me to accept this challenge. D5. This guy is probably a gambit player. Not sure how you're supposed to play here. Let's take. Go, I don't know, queen e2. Here, let's go d3. Let's go knight c3, bishop b4. Okay, let's go for it. Bishop b4, bishop d2. Takes castle maybe. I can maybe take on f6. Take on f3, queen takes f3. Oh, sorry. That doesn't work. I have to move my knights. This take, it takes with a knight. Okay, let's go knight e5. I'm gonna try to castle along here. Knight c6. Let's take. Was definitely not the way to play against that opening. Probably the worst way possible. Okay, I don't know. I have to probably take and just castle along and hope for equality. That was a shameful way of dealing with that opening. Okay, let's castle along. You probably take on d3 because if I take with the queen, you can probably take on f2. Then I probably have to take with the rook, which is definitely not ideal. Let's go here. Trying to follow it up with g4, bishop g2. Just have to get my pieces out. a5. Creative guy. I think that's a bit too slow. I should probably just play rook d8. a5, a4. I mean, he should try to do something very fast before I get my pieces out, because then I'm fine. If he just plays a4, I can probably go a3, h6. So let's just go h4, a3. I really don't want to allow black to play a3 because then I'm pretty dead if I have to play b3 or something. h5. Then we will just go rook d1. So he can't really go rook d8, or he can, but then I take, and he has to take with the queen because of back rank issues. Let's just try to go for a endgame because my rooks are better than his rooks. Here, let's go rook d5. Just harass the queen. Queen h4 probably. Just insisting on trading. Taking with the f pawn. I could take with the rook, but then I get a rook. This rook e8 was probably a bad move. Now I just take pawn up. King d2 has to go back. This is mate. Let's take a slightly higher rated guy. This guy has no flag. Let's play the beloved London system. 92. Queen b6. This is a popular line for black. Usually they take on b2 and white gives up a pawn, but they get pretty good compensation because of white's activity. In general, I think London players are definitely not unhappy to see this line because they get to play very dynamical and active positions where when black has to play very, very precise. But if black knows his stuff and plays those accurate moves, he's in general fine. Bishop f5 is not a move I've seen before, actually. Usually black goes e6 or g6. I think bishop f5 is a bad move because it runs into knight d4, hitting the bishop and the knight on c6. And it seems to me like the best move is probably bishop d7 to protect the knight. But then he feels like he lost some time. Probably there is a way to punish black directly, but let's just castle. It can never be a bad idea just to get the king to safety and no longer be pinned from the queen on c3. Feels like white should have some immediate greatness here. Can take on c6 with the bishop, then he takes with a b pawn. Then some rook b7, but I'm not sure it's doing much. And now I'm just spending too much time trying to find some sort of win. Okay, let's just take and go, I don't know, bishop e5. At least stop bishop takes c5. It takes with a bishop, that was surprising. I didn't really even consider that. Okay, let's just take and go Rook b3. Queen takes, maybe queen b1. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that he has queen bishop d6 here, so it didn't work out. It's bishop d6. Probably I don't have anything, just have to play fast. Just missed that I don't have any tactics after bishop d6. I should have played it differently. Take rook c1, rook b7. Here maybe he can take on c7. I don't know. It's not great. Let's take rook b7. At least getting the pawn. Probably h6, rook b2. Here I have 3 next. King d6. King the king. King e2. Knight d2. Here f6. Knight b1. He blundered. Now I'm winning a piece. Could actually take on a2. He didn't blunder. But it was difficult to see that for him probably. Just take here. He thinks he can flag me, but I will flag him. There we go. I should have had something really good there, but I played the worst way possible. Let's take. Let's take this guy. Magnus nickname inspired guy. You must lose this to the box. Let's see if he's here. Probably is not. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go bishop g4. So if it takes and goes probably h3, go bishop h5. Let's develop. Bishop h5. Knight b6. Queen c2 is surprising. He allows bishop takes f3. I don't think he should allow that. He can't really take on h7. I'm just looking at h8 and then g6. This structure should be dangerous for him, I think. Can I go knight d5 or is that too much? Takes king h8, bishop e4. Let's just try. I could just go g6. That was probably the sensible move. But I didn't really like that he can go c4 there. And I maybe lose some time. But now I can go g6. Because now c4 is never an option. Because I always have knight b4. At least. Bishop d2, I just go queen d7. And this structure should not be great for white. Queen d7. Not sure. Let's just go queen c7. The structure is not great, but at the same time, it's not going to be easy to make progress with black. I mean, if white just sits, he also has a solid position, but probably black has the easier position. King g7. Yes, c4 is probably never possible. I can at some point go a5, a4 to just take some space. The rook g1 just seems a bit strange. I can go rook e8, bishop f4. Okay, he wants to take on g6 and mate me, but I can take, because if he takes now, I have rook e1. And if he takes with the queen, probably queen h2 wins. Yeah, okay, rook e1 he missed. And now I'm just winning material. I'm not sure how the easiest way is to do this. Let's just keep it very simple. Just take, and just queen f4. No need to think when this is a piece up. This doesn't really threaten anything. Yeah. Can go knight f4 here. Actually, I can't. Yes, queen f8 and then queen c5. Let's go here. Okay, this blunders queen c1 and the knight f4 is coming. Okay, let's take this guy from Mexico. Let's try c4 this time. d4. This doesn't feel right by black, probably. It's just trying to go to the end game, but white should at least be a bit better here because I have more space and my knight is also out, so I kind of have the development advantage. This is at least not something to be worried about by white. Probably bishop e3 makes sense. So we can win a pawn here by giving check on e4 and take on b7. That should actually just be very good. I don't see how black gets any compensation. Knight e7, queen takes b7, bishop c6. I can also just take on c7. Also, knight e7 probably loses to knight d5, threatening the queen and on c7. Queen takes b2, rook b1, and then take on c7, and then take on a8. Let's just keep life simple and just take. I can take the third pawn. I don't think really he has anything for that. He's probably going knight f5. Okay, let's take. G6 is really not the way to go. He should definitely have gone knight f5. Now I think bishop d4 is resigns for black. Yeah, should have gone knight f5, but I'm 3 pawns up. I don't think there is enough compensation. Okay, let's take this guy. He's pretty high rated, but he's disconnected, so it seems like he's not there. Yeah, seems like he's not there, so we have to take another player. Let's take this guy then. He's also pretty high rated from Poland. We have our Archangel's variation of the Roy Lopez, which is when black goes bishop c5. Let's try bishop g5. Here. Let's go c3. Let's castle. Usually black goes g5 at one point, just kick the bishop to g3. Okay, let's try a4. At least he has to make a decision now, because I'm sort of threatening to take on b5 and take on a8 and then take on f6. So he should think if he should go b4 or if he should go rook b8 to step away from the trades. Rook b8 makes sense. Let's take and go knight a3. Not sure about b4 because that gives me some squares. Maybe he should have gone like g5 and something instead. Now I'm also sort of threatening bishop a4 in a lot of positions, and the pin is pretty annoying. Let's go bishop a4. If he goes like queen d7, maybe I can. Queen d7 actually fails to knight takes e5, and the tactics work out for whites. And if he moves the knight, I can probably get greedy and take the pawn. Takes here. Let's take and then take on b4. Bishop on b6 is a good piece now though, so it's not easy. Let's go here. Now it's not so easy. If I go d4, he goes g4. I just have to speed up. Let's take queen h5 maybe. Now this just becomes a mess. Not sure what's going on. Definitely have to speed up. Go here. Queen e5, I take in c5. That's pretty good for me. And then rook a1. Takes. Let's go here. Rook a7 is coming. c6. Rook a7. Can take on f2. That's not great. Okay, let's go h3. Take. Okay, now it's just winning. Let's take this guy, HCTH from UK. B5 probably. Some gambits. Let's go E4. Of course, we have to offer the gambit. Black cannot accept the gambit. We want to play the gambit. In general, white should have very good compensation here because I have development advantage and his pieces are out of the game. I think black should take on c4 to have some bishop a6 because this is very difficult for black to finish the developments. Like some bishop e7 always runs into d6 probably. And e5, it just feels really, really wrong. In so many ways. Okay, let's start with d6. I know bishop g5, f6, knight takes e5. Just try to be super tricky. Or f6, knight h4 probably, because knight takes e5 has knight takes e5. And it's probably not ideal. Knight d4 is also a move here, by the way. Actually, knight d4 looks super cool. Threatening on c6 and also threatening mate with queen h5. Let's go knight d4. Try to win the brilliancy prize. He should probably go like queen b6, probably the only move. But this has to be just completely winning for whites. Because he has like basically no pieces developed. This I think has to lose some material. But we want to go for the beauty, not the material. But unfortunately, seems like we're forced here. Let's take queen f3, queen f6, castle long. I really wanted to win the game in a nicer way than this, but what to do? Let's just bring the bishop back to the game. Just gonna double the rooks, and the material is should win here, queen a2. And also, it doesn't really have any time. Oh, that was a mouse safe. I was going to play rook d7 check. Luckily, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's play this guy from Albania. Trying to read the chat, but every time I do, it seems like the technical stuff just messes up. Queen b3. Let's just go, I don't know, b6. It wasn't so easy to protect that b7 pawn. Now just develop knight c6. Maybe rook c8. Okay, let's go. Yeah, rook c8 makes some sense. Okay, let's just take queen d6. Maybe I can try to play for e5, open up the position. Let's go e5. If take, I take, and he can't really take back because then I take on e2. They should take and play like rook d1. I think he blundered e4 here. It seems to just win a piece because he doesn't really have a square for a knight, and then the bishop is dropping. In general, I don't think he should have taken on c5 because he gave me a very nice center. Takes on e5 and then rook d1 would be a perfectly okay position for white, I think. This was the best chance. Take on d5 and have 2 pawns. Just fight. Bishop e6 is also a threat here. So you should probably play like queen h3 or something. But it's anyway just a lost position because he's a piece down. Rook e1 doesn't help. I'm not even sure what the idea with rook e1 was. Let's take this guy from Romania. E3. Let's go a6. Let's try c5. In general, I always take on c4 and go b5. But I think c5 is also a move. This has to be fine for black, I think. Some good version of something. Just bishop g4, get everything out. b4, probably bishop a7. Let's actually try knight e4. Just trying to stop white from playing b4 because then I would have knight c3. And if it takes on e4, then that should be fine for black. But maybe he should go queen c2 here. Queen c2, I would have gone queen e7. Knight b3, let's go. Could go bishop a7 or bishop d6. It's always difficult to make a choice where to put the bishop. So I'm just going to put it on a7 here. Probably knight d4, queen f6. And now if he goes b4, I take on f3 and I'm winning a pawn. Or also knight c3 is there, so definitely I like the black's position. Takes on c6. Doesn't really change much because still his bishop on d2 is struggling to come out. Let's just play rook b8. Should be a useful move. Making sure the bishop can't go out because of rook takes b2. Now he goes rook d1, but now maybe I can try some bishop f5 to put I'm threatening some tactics, probably moving the knight and then the queen and the rook. Bishop d3, c5, and then c4 is a threat. b3 is a good move. Now his bishop is coming out. Let's go. Not sure. Let's go bishop g4, bishop b2, maybe queen f5. Yeah, c5 was probably not accurate. And queen g6 was probably the worst move in the position. Now he has knight a5. Just play it like idiots. Oh my god, did I blunder? I had bishop c1, luckily he didn't see it. I just blundered everything here. Yeah. Luckily, I'm not the only one to blunder, so yeah, bishop c1 would just finish the game there. I mean, he was just winning the queen. I thought I had a very good position, but I just lost the position in 2 moves. Like here, probably any move should be good. Yeah, just I shouldn't allow b3, bishop b2, so should create some threats instead. Okay, let's take one more opponent. That's probably going to be the last one, because I was just supposed to play for 1 hour, and then I have some plans, so I have to go, unfortunately. But I will also be back tomorrow for the checkmate patterns. So at 3 o'clock. Hope to see you guys there. Okay, let's take this guy from Brazil as the last opponent. But he seems like he's not there. So we have to take another guy. He was also not there. Let's take Janur. I think I played her the last Banter Blitz session. Let's go bishop g4. In general, I like it when white allows black to play bishop g4 in these positions. So I would probably not put my knight on f3 so early. Let's go. If I go e6, that's probably a mistake because she can go g4 and then take on b8, and then bishop b5 check and knight e5. So let's just go knight c6, e6, bishop d6. Let's go a6. That's always a typical way to protect your pawn on b7 in these positions, to play a6, because then if white takes, you go rook b8 and the queen is trapped. Let's go here. She should probably take and go something like a5, take some space. Let's go here and then rook c8. Knight e5 is a good move. She can take with a f pawn. I would probably go queen e7 and follow it up with knight c4. In general, I'm not sure who this structure benefits, but I think black should be fine. I have kind of a weakness on f7, but it's going to be very difficult to take advantage of it. And black is going to try to play b5, b4 in the long run. Let's try, I don't know, queen h3. She's playing well. Let's try to play rook a1 and mate somehow. Here, let's go queen d2. Here, rook a1. She wants the endgame. I can take and play rook c1, but then white has rook f3 and she should hold. Let's try queen d1. Be more tricky instead. I don't know what the queen is doing on h1, but let's just pretend it's annoying. h5 maybe. I'm gonna try to play some rook c2. Okay, let's go queen h2. She can take, I will take. I have some queen h5 threats. It seems like white didn't really benefit from this king run. She should probably try king g5, but I have rook f7, so I don't really see a good way for white to defend the king. The rook f7 is a really important threat. It can't really be stopped. Rook f5 is coming. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope to see you tomorrow at the same time. And sorry for the technical issues, and thank you for your patience. Okay, have a nice day, guys. Bye.